So if you're a Gary Johnson or a Jill Stein supporter, you can already name the arguments constantly used against your candidate. That they're a spoiler, they're a protest vote, they're never going to win. Now, if a new progressive ballot initiative passes in Maine, well, all of those arguments will be irrelevant. So according to Vox, if Maine question 5 passes, Mainers will get to select up to 5 candidates in order of preference. If there is no majority in the initial tally of voting and their first choice finishes last in the initial tally, their vote will be transferred to their second choice in the next tally. In each tally, the last place finisher gets eliminated, and if there is still no majority and their second choice ranks last in the second tally, their vote will be transferred to their third choice, and so on until one candidate has a majority. Or, put another way, if one candidate wins a majority in the initial tally, there is no runoff. If no candidate wins a majority, candidates are eliminated from the bottom up, with each eliminated candidate's supporters going to their next ranked choice for the following round, until one candidate has more than half of the votes. Maine may be an especially fertile ground for such an initiative. Republican governor has twice been elected with less than majority support, including only 38% in 2010. He is widely unpopular and has drawn many comparisons to Donald Trump for his aggressive insults and overt racism. According to latest polls, Mainers support the initiative 48% to 29%. Now, if that all sounded confusing to you, don't worry. Many people find it confusing. Here's a video that should clear it up. So this could be huge potentially. Maine could be leading the way for nationwide electoral reform, because even though this doesn't turn us into a proportional system, we're still winner take all, this at least gives us the option of ranking our choices, so we never have to hear that terrible argument about your favorite candidate being a spoiler again. And this could lead the way for more Green Party candidates and more Libertarian Party candidates actually getting elected to Congress and maybe the White House one day. Now, besides all the obvious benefits, there are some issues with ranked choice voting. So it complicates the ballot, which can confuse voters and discourage turnout. This is a big problem, so we don't want to do that. Now, it can also lead to less educated and more poor voters incorrectly marking their ballot. This would also kind of spoil their ballot and potentially be a big issue. And in the end, like I said, it's still majoritarian and the winner wins it all. The loser gets nothing. However, I think all of the positive consequences that would inevitably come to fruition with this type of system, they outweigh any negatives. So this would certainly encourage more people to vote for third parties, which is a good thing because they're more representative of voters. And people can vote for their first choice, who they like the most, rather than voting for the person who they think can beat the person who they like the least. This would be potentially revolutionary. I mean, it's just huge. Now, according to Vox, it also increases civility. The single vote, winner-take-all, zero-sum nature of our current elections encourages candidates to tear each other apart, since voters only can choose one candidate. But if candidates start competing to be voters' second and third choices, they have incentives to play a little nicer with each other so as to not alienate potential supporters. You can imagine candidates saying, vote for me, but also pick this person as second. And in countries where they do have ranked choice voting or single transferable voting systems, they do say this. They say, vote for us as one and then vote for this person as second. We will see dramatically different campaign strategies in Maine. So, I mean, this is an issue that would positively affect everyone in the country with the exception of Democrats and Republicans. Because what are they going to do now if they can't fearmonger about how shitty the other party is? Gone will be the argument that, well, if you don't vote for me, then you're going to allow him or her to win. And you don't want that to happen, right? So you better vote for me rather than voting your conscience. Now, this is really important. We all have a vested interest in supporting this initiative because just like other issues like marijuana legalization, all it takes is one state to get the ball rolling, and you kind of see that domino effect where other states start doing the same thing. And if this proves to work, then it's going to be on the ballot in many more states come the next election, potentially even the 2018 election. So this is huge. I mean, this is really important. This is something we all need to help Maine with. I mean, if we could spread the word about it and educate people about question 5, then we can potentially see a whole new country in a few decades.